Hey guys, I'm Matt. This is 12 Wellness. Welcome back. I don't want to take up too much of your time. This is going to be really quick today, but I wanted to take a moment to kind of spotlight an herb that I've been using a lot of lately and that I kind of discovered or rediscovered while doing all my research on liver disease, liver detoxification, and kind of the detoxification of the whole body and how that whole process works. This herb is really rich in volatile oils, specifically myristicin, that inhibits tuber formation and activates glutathione. And glutathione is really important, as we've touched on, in neutralizing free radicals and reactive oxygen species. And why that's so important is because free radicals and reactive oxygen species are really, really good at tearing down cell walls and kind of destroy cell function and make sure that they don't work really well. So it's important that we get rid of those or neutralize them to the greatest degree possible. This herb also contains a wealth of flavonoids, and flavonoids are really what they contain is a lot of antioxidants that also do the same thing as glutathione, as they fight free radicals and neutralize those reactive oxygen species. So this herb kind of fights off all the bad things that are produced within the body that are the result of all the pollution, the chemicals that get into our body either inadvertently or inadvertently. So it's really important to start integrating this herb as much as possible, and it also has been known to detoxify the blood because of the same capacity as what we just talked about, but it's just really, really good at detoxifying the body and making sure that it functions at a real high level, specifically the liver and the blood. And which herb am I speaking about? None other than parsley, of course. The much maligned parsley, and I never really appreciated it until doing all this research, as I mentioned. But what we're going to do is real simple. We're just going to take parsley and make a parsley pesto. And parsley pesto is a great condiment. You can put it on anything. You can just put it on a nice piece of chicken. You can toss it with some fresh vegetables and pasta. Or, which I'm going to show you later, you can just dollop it on a sandwich. And it just complements everything in a wide variety of flavors and textures. So what we need to do real quick, well, actually, the whole process is real quick. We don't need to do anything first. As long as we have the core ingredients, that's parsley, and what we're also going to throw in are some walnuts, some garlic, some lemon juice, and olive oil. And that's essentially it. So what we're going to take here is curled parsley, throw it in our food processor. I have about 2 cups here, which is a fairly decent amount. We'll have a fairly decent amount at the end. Then I'm also going to throw in some Italian flat leaf parsley just to increase variety and kind of make sure that we get as diverse nutrient profile as possible. You could also, instead of throwing in 2 different varieties of parsley, you could also throw in cilantro instead of one of these varieties, and that's totally up to you, something to experiment with, try it on your own time. What next is the walnuts. Walnuts are really rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and omega-3 fatty acids are good for brain and cardiovascular health. We have 1 cup of those. And we have 4 crushed garlic cloves. This should add a nice little flavor. And then what I'm going to do is put in a little lemon juice. That's 4 to 5 tablespoons. You can always add more later if you decide that the taste is not quite up to par. Then all you just got to do is pulse it in the food processor. What you're going to do is just pulse it for about 15 to 20 seconds until you get a nice even consistency. And then we're going to pour olive oil in the spout on the top, just so it mixes real well while the food processor is going. So you probably won't be able to hear me talking while I'm doing this, but just a heads up, this is exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going to pulse it a few times to make sure it mixes real well. Take off the lid, just mix it around. Sometimes some pieces get stuck towards the top of the mixing bowl or the processing bowl and don't get fully integrated into the rest of the food. So we're going to just take that up, mix it up real quick, and then pulse it for a couple more seconds. And voila, we're done. So now what we have is a beautiful pesto walnut parsley that also has lemons, which are really alkalizing, garlic, and olive oil. So a bunch of healthy fats and a bunch of antioxidants to fight off all the damage that's caused by pollution or the chemicals that get into our body. And now all we have left to do is taste it. Let's see here. Get that out there. Then let me grab a spoon. So now I'm just going to taste it. Beautiful. Has a really, really strong taste, so you won't need a whole lot, whatever you do decide to use it on. In fact, I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper just to bring out the flavor a little bit more, maybe a little bit more lemon to kind of soften the garlic taste. But that's it. And then I'm going to throw it on some sandwiches, some chicken, some beef, whatever the mood strikes, you know. So, once again, parsley, amazing, amazing herb. Really, it's going to help the detoxification process, really cleanse the blood, and it's going to help fight all those free radicals and reactive oxygen species that can interfere with health and well-being. So, thanks guys for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the recipe and using your parsley, or your pesto, excuse me, on a wide variety of foods. Thanks guys.